Welcome everyone. We are at Citrix Synergy 2018 at the Citrix Ready booth with Tenzik today. To introduce myself, my name is Manjunath Gali. I am the Senior Manager for Technical Marketing Team in Citrix Ready program. We're at day 3 and we are working with Tenzik today, and from Tenzik I have Kevin. Kevin, welcome to the Citrix Synergy and to the Partner Speak series. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thanks Manju. So I'm Kevin Greenway, I'm the CTO for Tenzik, and I'm here to be interviewed by Manju today and talk to you about one of our new products.
Great. I know Tenzik is a long-term partner for Citrix and for Citrix Ready as well. So what are the benefits that you are enjoying from the program?
So the program is really beneficial to Tenzik in the last 2 or 3 years, where Citrix have accelerated the product release cycles of quarterly updates. It's enabled us to have a much more stringent strategy on our certification. We've also been able to prove and endorse all of the different features of the HDX program, and some recent inclusions into the program where we've broken down into different feature sets. So the Ready program, the premium features, the 3D Pro allow us to kind of put our products into different sets depending on use cases. So it's a very good program.
Great. So we have a device here from Tenzik today. This device is certified at all 3 levels. It's HDX technology verified, premium verified, and 3D Pro verified from Citrix Ready. So Kevin, would you like to share more information about this thin client and what's the name of this and what features it has?
Yep, absolutely. So this is our 5900Q series. The thing that's unique about this product, this is at the highest level of our product portfolio, and unique in the feature set is the fact that it supports 3 4K displays. So it has 2 display ports and 1 HDMI port. Also unique to this product is the fact that it also supports optional PoE. So there's very low power requirements. It's typically around 3.5 average watts of consumption. We also have a foot stand here, so we support up to 7 USBs, of which 2 are USB 3. So there's 3 on the front, 2 on the rear, and then a further 2 on the foot stand that includes the speaker.
That's great.
And then we have still the inclusion of analog support, so if we're using it with things like Skype for Business, whether we choose analog headsets or more typical these days are USB headsets. Now the product that we're going to demonstrate today is actually our Tenzik NOS Citrix Zero client. So this is a product that we run across essentially 3 different hardware types, and again this being the high end that supports the HDX 3D Pro, where we can run it in a 4K triple screen environment.
But I know you're fired up something for us to show today. So
Yes.
what are you going to show us?
Yeah, so what I'm going to demonstrate, this is the product running. It's connecting to Citrix Zen Desktop with the Windows 10 VDI. It's using some server-based graphics where we have hardware encoding and also hardware decoding in the client. So the Windows 10 VDI that I'm connected to is here. I'm also going to give a very quick demonstration of the Tenzik Manager, which is the centralized management tool that's included free with all of our clients. So what I'm going to demonstrate to you here is the Tenzik Manager console. We actually have 2 versions of the console. We have this, which is the Windows-based console, and then we also have support for a browser-based console, where administrators can use browsers such as Chrome, Internet Explorer, and Firefox. So just to explain the layout, as you can see, it's fairly clean looking. So on the left-hand side here are our configuration groups. So these enable the administrators to filter the units down, typically based on a unit's location or building or department. On the right-hand side here is information about all of the units and the endpoints within the management tool, and in the bottom here is the job log, where we can see anybody who's shadowing units, anybody who's making configuration changes, etc. So just to give you a quick demo of a typical process that occurs within the management, which is enabling the auto configuration. So we take the same approach that we have in VDI of creating typically a golden image, and we can then deploy that to either 1 or more configuration groups. And so to show an example of that, if we look at the configuration of this device that we've connected to, we can see that we have the Citrix settings here. If we go into Citrix settings, we can see the URL, that we're using to connect to Citrix Storefront, as well as a number of other HDX related parameters. So we can essentially create a template of that, which is then applied to all of the other units within the environment. So to do that, we go to configuration, we do generate template, and then we give the template a name. When I click OK at this point, what it's going to do is it's going to retrieve the latest configuration from the client, and at the same time we saw the job log appear there where it's generating the template. That takes just a couple of seconds. It builds an XML file, and then that can be used to deploy to units on demand, as well as attaching to our configuration group. So if we go to the actual configuration group and go to the properties, firstly we can see how we can filter units by different parameters, including IP range, as well as the client configuration, where we can enable the client configuration and then specify one of the templates that we previously just generated. So it's really that simple. Units are then taken out of the box, they're plugged in, they're discovered by the management tool. The management tool then applies the template to one or multiple units, and they're good to go. Other typical things, we support firmware updating, shadowing of the clients via VNC. We can do reboots, we can do shutdowns, and we can do that either on demand or as scheduled tasks. So hopefully that gives you a quick whistle-stop tour of the Tenzing Manager console.
So tell me this, Kevin, so what are the advantages of this particular thin client over the other thin clients that are verified as Citrix ready?
Yeah, so as you touched on earlier, Manju, this is certified across all three levels, so
Correct.
Ready,
Yeah.
Premium and HDX 3D Pro. Even our entry-level product is HDX Ready certified, which supports dual screens, but the unique features of this are the fact that it supports triple display 4K and the PoE that I mentioned before.
So tell me about the new feature about the H264 support. Does this device support the H264 support decoding?
It does, absolutely. So
Yeah.
with this particular product, because we're accelerating 4K and triple display, we had to leverage H264 decoding in hardware. And what that provided us with is really excellent performance. So we saw a huge reduction in CPU usage for this product and our other range of clients. So we're seeing a large adoption of customers using Citrix with H264, and it does also support ThinWire Plus. So some Citrix deployments are using the region-based encoding, where it uses essentially a combination of both.
So you showed us the management tool that you used here. Is there a fee associated to use the management tool or to get access to that?
That's
How does it work?
another great question. The good thing is that the management tool is absolutely free.
Okay.
So whether a customer takes one client or thousands of clients, the management tool is essentially enterprise free.
So Kevin, we talked about the features and the enhancements and advantages to the customer. So tell me this. So Citrix has been releasing the products once in a quarter.
Yeah.
So how are you guys actually lining up your product release and updates with respect to the releases that Citrix is doing today?
So what we tend to do is when Citrix release and announce new versions of Receiver, we do it in a two-phase approach. So we'll basically package that as an add-on that we make available to our existing customers, and they run it and deploy it in their environments, and provide any feedback, which is also then filtered back to you guys at the Citrix Ready team. And then once we're at a point where we've got acceptable, good feedback, we tend to then roll that into our next production release, and they can be typically anywhere between one and 3 months.
Great. And let's talk about the Citrix Cloud. So how is your development so far has been for the integration with Citrix Cloud for all these thin clients?
So we saw a good adoption of the clients to be deployed in the cloud, as you mentioned, with Citrix Cloud. And from our perspective, what we did there to enable our customers to be able to use these clients over the cloud and the internet is we included an adoption of a cloud-based agent so that we can manage the clients over the internet and the cloud. It's not a service that we offer our customers currently, but our customers can actually deploy the management tool in cloud of their choice, so whether it's Azure, Amazon, Google Cloud, etc.
That's a very good flexibility, yeah. So let's talk about the security now. So with all the new threats and malwares coming in, like how are your devices more secure?
Yeah. So the clients are ultimately more secure out of the box. So the Zero client that we have doesn't provide the user the ability of connecting USB mass storage, for example. They can't get to a shell or any kind of taskbar. We are definitely seeing an increase in trends of different verticals, including healthcare and banking, where they're actually running security audits on the product quite regularly and feeding those back to us, and we're closing off loops regularly. And we see that as a kind of ongoing process that we're going to do to continue to secure the clients.
Perfect. So I think you guys cover security part, the flexibility part, being able to flexible or being able to enhance your product source code or development with Citrix Cloud and DaaS. So I think we touched base on almost everything. Are there any other features that we are missing upon to tell to our audience today?
I guess the fact again that with our products we're embracing all of the HDX Premium and the 3D Pro features, and that makes Citrix as a product so flexible and powerful. And with the Tenzing clients, they can embrace all of those features. So whether a customer wants to do server-based multimedia with products like Grid, or they want to still use multimedia redirection features, all of those kind of umbrella of features are all supported in the Tenzing products, whether it's our entry level or this high-end level that you see here today.
Perfect. One last question. So how are Tenzing products or thin clients different from your competitors?
It's a great question, and it's a question that we get asked many times at these types of events, and it's one of a couple of things really. Firstly, it's our support. So we're solely focused in thin and zero clients for Citrix. We know the products extremely well. We have a good working relationship with Citrix Ready, and we know Citrix products very, very well internally. So we're essentially supporting our customers not just for the endpoint, but past that. So quite regularly, if we work in proof of concepts or with existing customers that have challenges, the endpoint is often the thing that's often the point of blame. And we're able to essentially work with our customers to work past the endpoint to determine if it's something in the network or maybe some settings in Citrix, etc. So that's something that our customers really value in Tenzing. And I think the second point is the simplicity of our products, that we take the virtues of what makes a Zero client. It's essentially providing the user with a very simple and easy to use platform to hop onto Citrix. And similarly with the management tool, it's about making the deployment very simple and just keeping it simple and straightforward. The complexity and should be removed from the endpoints, and that's something I think that Tenzing do really well.
Perfect. Well, Kevin, that was a great demo and great features and great advancements that you guys are doing with respect to your thin clients product lines. I wish you all the best, and thanks for coming down here and having a great demo and showcasing for our customers today. Wish you all the best, and you have a great show.
Thanks, Manju.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. You too.